Certainly all of you are familiar with Fortnite. I've come to the realization recently that it is simply impossible to follow the gaming industry and have not heard about this game on a daily, hell, hourly basis. Those desperate for views will take any, and I mean any, opportunity to get Fortnite in the tags of their posts, and that is because it's the greatest game ever made. The money, the player base, viewership stats, everything proves this to be an undeniable fact. Drake from Degrassi plays it. Does he play your favorite game? No, because it sucks, as does your taste in games. Get with the times. Okay, in actuality, I played Fortnite for the first time in preparation for this video. It's fine, I guess. I don't get the insane appeal at all. And no, it's not because I was bad. You know, I was the first one to die. I came in 95th place, thank you very much. But I'm not here to brag. I do kind of get the live stream stuff. Like with these Battle Royale games in general, I see the draw of the live streams because of the intensity as players get later into the game. But I don't know, looking at the game itself, I don't really see it doing anything that spectacular. You know, that makes it stand out from the other 10,000 games that are exactly like it. I guess because you can, like, tear down walls and build new walls. And I've only been doing that since The Sims 18 years ago, but whatever. While yes, I don't really enjoy this game, this type of game, I can't deny the numbers it does. The amount of active players, the viewership numbers on YouTube and Twitch, it's a big deal. For now, at least. With the way these games are, we'll see if it's even a thing a year from now. PUBG was this game before it came out, and now that game's numbers are starting to drop off a cliff as players migrate from the old busted to the new hotness. I mean, what was it, a year and a half ago? Everyone was talking up PUBG to me. You know, oh, dude, you gotta play it. It's the greatest thing ever. Then by the time I'm like, hey, guys, I bought that PUBG. You ready to play? The very same people are going, ew, gross, that game sucks. You gotta get on Fortnite, man. That's where it's at. What a true sign of great games, when people are ready to just stop playing them and insult them at the drop of a hat. Alright, let's get into the point of this video already. Crossplay. As time has gone on, people find themselves less caught up in the console wars, and they just want to be able to play games with their friends. And games like Fortnite are working hard to do just that. Fortnite recently dropped a mobile version of the game for smart devices. I know it's on iOS, I don't know if it's on Android yet, but it offers crossplay with the consoles and PC. So yes, you can have people on PC, mobile, and the Xbox One or the PS4 in the same game. Yes, the problem still persists with the consoles, specifically on Sony's end. They don't want to play ball and offer crossplay with other consoles. I've already talked about that in depth in the past. I don't want to go too much into it, but it has to do with being in first, right? When you're ahead of the pack, there isn't much incentive to team up with the competition lagging behind you. And Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney, Epic makes Fortnite, if any of you don't know, he was interviewed recently about their big push for crossplay. And of course, crossplay between the Xbox One and PS4 did come up. And he said he feels that crossplay is, quote, inevitable. It's just a matter of time, leading many to discuss whether or not Fortnite could be the game to break down that barrier. And like I said, Fortnite, it is a force right now, regardless of what you think of the game. I couldn't believe when I read the stuff with the mobile players being included. That boggles my mind with a third-person shooter like this, and shows me people aren't really that preoccupied with things like competitive balance. They want to get in there and play with their friends, and I do like that. Now, the game is opt-in for the crossplay. For those of you who aren't familiar, it's not like PC players are running around smashing mobile players. There's a hierarchy here that goes like, I think it's mobile, console, then PC. So like, you know, obviously a mobile user is going to give up a lot to a console player who is also giving up to the PC in terms of controls and precision. So if you team up with your friends, one person is on mobile, one is on console, and one is on PC, you're going to be paired up with probably a lot of PC people or people with similar team makeups. You're not going to join in with a bunch of people playing on their phones, essentially. And we're seeing more and more games, more and more big games. Obviously, Fortnite is like the biggest game in the world right now, offering cross-play, putting more and more pressure on these companies. And if I can shoehorn Nintendo into this conversation real quick, I am a primarily Nintendo channel. I do think with the game coming to mobile, I'm pretty sure it will also end up making its way to the Switch. And again, that pressure will only build because Nintendo has been on board with the crossplay for a while as well. So if, when it does come to Nintendo Switch, I think you will get the crossplay between Switch and Xbox One. There are several games that are already doing that, so Sony is going to keep leaving its players out of this fun. It's like we're in a high school movie with all the different cliques, but everyone else has reached the turning point, like, oh, we can actually all be friends. But the Sony kids, they still have to watch from the outside. And I'm not trying to knock Sony fans or players with this. Obviously, you're not making the decision. I'm sure most of you would like to be able to play with friends regardless of platform. And I think that is the future we're heading towards. But could this be the time? Is Fortnite the game? That is hard to say. As I've discussed with other various topics surrounding this current generation, specifically the Xbox One and PS4, I think it's getting kind of late for any significant changes to policies like this. Like, I know we don't like to think about it, but the next gen of consoles is probably only like 2 years or so away. For Xbox and PlayStation at least, no one is going to have an advantage like Sony has right now. These companies will need to work hard to get people on their side at the beginning, as they always do. Also, I think we'd have to see how long Fortnite holds on to its top spot. Like I said, there's always a game that is like the big game that everyone's playing, but then there's always something else waiting in the wings to dethrone it. Especially with how many great games come out on the regular these days, it's hard to stay on top for long. Regardless, if it comes this gen or with Fortnite, I do believe these barriers dividing players will be knocked down sooner rather than later. I don't like the anti-consumer nature of walling players off from their friends who play on another console, another gaming platform, and I don't really see the reasoning in it as much as I once did. I think people should be investing in your system because they like the system, they like the features, the exclusive games, that sort of stuff. I think it's time to move beyond the world where we're trying to get our friends to buy what we buy because we want to play with them. Thankfully, it looks like that new era is fast approaching. Whether or not Fortnite is the game to push it over the edge, I think it's definitely helping push us in that direction, which is a great thing. Anyway, with that, this video's a wrap. Let me know if you think Fortnite could be the game to, unite all these kingdoms, bring peace to the realm in the comments. As always, I'm John Zakari, and thanks for watching.